Welcome, everyone, to the Deep Dive. Now,
Mhm.
so often we hear about, the power of networking, making connections, but gosh, it can feel like this huge, overwhelming thing, right? You might be wondering how to actually make a real impact without, spending every waking moment at events or firing off endless emails. Well, today, we're actually stepping in as your guest hosts for a really special Networking Hat Deep Dive. We're digging for those gold nuggets, those truly invaluable insights, the kind that can really shift your professional journey. And not through, grand gestures, but sometimes through surprisingly small actions.
Exactly. And when we talk about gold nuggets, we mean really getting to the heart of what works. Our mission here isn't just to pass on information. It's about helping you understand how those things that seem minor, little decisions, small interactions, how they can, well, over time, create this massive lasting impact. It's about moving past just knowing what to do, to really understanding the why and the
Right.
how
Yeah.
so deeply that you can, use it right away.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And our focus today comes from this brilliant piece, Miracle Number 23, the ripple response. This is a core insight from Mel Kaufman's life's work. You'll find it in his book, The Ripple Response, Professional and Personal Miracles.
Ew.
And Mel, he just has this incredible knack for boiling down these profound truths into, well, practical lessons. And this one, just a masterclass. It shows the long-term power of these small actions so clearly. So our goal, let's unpack this one powerful story.
Yeah.
Let's pull out the core networking lessons and then give you some concrete, actionable examples, things you can literally put into practice, like today. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating about Mel's perspective here is this concept he calls the ripple response. He doesn't just describe it as, a gentle little wave spreading out. He calls it something relentless.
Relentless. Interesting.
Yeah, relentless, persistent, and just incredibly powerful in its potential. It suggests that every single professional action you take, no matter how small it seems right then, it carries this inherent energy. And then this energy, it doesn't just fade away, it keeps expanding outwards, influencing more people, creating new opportunities, basically shaping your whole professional path over time. It's a foundational idea, one we often overlook, I think, in our, fast-paced world.
Oh, it certainly is. And the story Mel shares in Miracle Number 23.
Yeah.
It's just the perfect illustration of this. It starts with something so simple, so basic, you might honestly just dismiss it, trivial. Mel talks about an experience from way back, early in his career. He was giving a seminar, and there was a partner from Deloitte and Touche in the audience. Now just picture that. One seminar, one person, probably among many others. But this one individual was so genuinely impressed with Mel's presentation that they felt they had to do something. And this, right here, is where that ripple starts.
Exactly. That initial impression, it spurred the Deloitte partner to actually reach out. They contacted the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, the AICPA, in New York City. And look, this wasn't just a casual, hey, this guy was good. It was a real high-level recommendation, suggesting Mel should be a speaker at their big upcoming national CPA convention down in New Orleans.
Wow.
The significance of that is huge, right? A leading professional at a top firm wasn't just impressed. They actively advocated for Mel. They put their own credibility behind him.
Yeah.
And that validation, that's a crucial step for the ripple to really gain momentum.
And it absolutely did pay off. Mel was chosen to speak at that convention, a really prestigious event. And get this, not only did he speak, but he received the highest rating of all the breakout speakers there. Yeah. So think about the impact of that. He's addressing over 300 CPAs and marketing directors. I mean, a massive, super influential audience, all getting exposed to his expertise, his message, his whole professional style. So this wasn't just a little ripple anymore, was it? It was clearly starting to build into a pretty significant wave.
And if we zoom out, look at the bigger picture. This isn't just about one successful gig. The real insight here, the absolute gold nugget from Mel's work is the long-term compounding effect of it all. Mel reveals that more than 25 years later, he is still doing seminars for CPA firms all across the U.S. and Canada.
25 years.
Yep. That single initial impression, born from that one convention appearance, it cultivated an entire quarter-century-long stream of work for him. I mean, that's just a powerful testament to how relentless that ripple response can be.
The numbers really, really drive this home, too. Mel made, wait for it, a staggering $110,000 over those years, specifically from CPA firms. Right. And the reason he gives for this amazing sustained success, as Mel puts it, it was all because I was early once, a quarter of a century ago.
Just being early.
Just being early.
Yeah.
That one seemingly small act, being prepared, punctual, ready to deliver.
Yeah.
It set off this whole multi-decade chain reaction. He describes it perfectly, doesn't he? More than a ripple effect, it is a waterfall.
Mm-hmm.
It totally reframes what we might think of as just a minor detail.
Yeah, what's truly fascinating there is how a detail like punctuality is something maybe we don't think about much, became the catalyst, the spark for such a profound professional impact. It wasn't some, elaborate strategy or slick pitch. It was a simple act of professionalism that just opened the door for everything else. And this raises a really important question for you listening right now. What seemingly small acts are you doing? Or maybe what are you not doing? That could be the catalyst for your own professional waterfall. Because often, it's not the biggest, loudest effort, it's the consistent, thoughtful ones that yield the greatest returns.
That's such a powerful point about being a catalyst. Okay, so let's really dig in now. Let's pull out the core networking lessons from this story, using the wisdom from Mel Kaufman's life's work, and give you some real tangible examples, stuff you can put into action, like right away. So the first lesson, and maybe the most surprising one given its impact, is just the power of being early. I mean, it sounds almost too simple, doesn't it?
It does.
But it speaks volumes. In your experience, what makes being early so potent? Beyond just, not being late.
Oh, it's profound, actually. Being early isn't just about the clock. It's a powerful signal you send. It tells people, look, I respect your time. I'm prepared. I actually value this opportunity, this relationship. And think about it. In today's world, which is often so chaotic, so distracted, that kind of presence, that professionalism, it really makes you stand out. It creates like an initial trust deposit, even before you start the main interaction.
A trust deposit. I like that.
Yeah. And then everything else builds on that positive foundation. I mean, simple examples. If you're the first one logged into a virtual meeting, you've got time to check your tech, settle yourself, be mentally there. Or if you're early for an actual in-person event, you can scope out the room, maybe start a relaxed chat before things get formal. It just sets a totally different tone than rushing in flustered at the last second. It signals reliability, conscientiousness, qualities everyone wants in a connection.
That's a great way to put it, the trust deposit. Okay, moving on. Second key lesson here. It's about the quality of the impression Mel made. Remember, the Deloitte partner wasn't just aware of Mel. He was impressed. This means every single interaction you have, every meeting, every conversation, every email, heck, even a social media comment, is a chance to make a positive, lasting impression. So how does someone consistently make sure the quality is there, especially when interactions can be so brief sometimes?
Well, it really boils down to being intentional and being present. So that means things like active listening, really hearing, absorbing what someone says, not just waiting for your turn to jump in. It means asking thoughtful follow-up questions. Show you're genuinely curious, offering insights, or even just genuine help where you can, maybe connecting someone to a resource or an idea. It's about being memorable for your substance, your authentic presence, not just for showing up. And crucially, this extends beyond that first handshake or meeting. Say you're part of a professional group or committee. It's about consistently contributing valuable ideas, following through on what you say you'll do, being a reliable, positive force. That's the level of dedication that really impresses people, makes them remember you in that sea of interactions. And, the follow-up, that's critical too.
Right.
A personalized follow-up email after a meeting, maybe referencing something specific you talked about, that reinforces the quality impression way more than some generic template.
Yeah, that difference between just presence and actual substance is so critical.
Okay.
Which leads us perfectly into the third lesson, the power of advocacy. Remember, the Deloitte partner wasn't just impressed. He acted on it. He went out of his way to recommend Mel. This just highlights the huge importance of building relationships where people aren't just willing, but maybe even eager, to advocate for you. So how do we cultivate that level of advocacy, without feeling like we're just constantly asking people for favors?
Right, and that's the key. It's not about asking for favors at all. It's about building this foundation of genuine reciprocity and trust. So to put this into action, think about how you can support others in your network with zero expectation of getting something back right away. Can you make an intro for someone who needs it? Share their work, maybe a project they're proud of, with your own connections. Offer a genuine testimonial for their skills or services. See, when you genuinely invest in helping others succeed, when you consistently offer value and support, you build up what's called social capital.
Social capital.
Right. Yeah, and this creates this powerful network of advocates, people who, like that Deloitte partner, might just open doors for you when you least expect it, or maybe doors you didn't even know existed. People are just way more likely to recommend those they know, like, and trust. And that trust, it's built through those consistent, often selfless actions. It's really about being someone who adds value to their network first.
That concept of building social capital first, that's so key. Okay, and finally, the fourth powerful lesson woven all through Mel's story is the power of long-term thinking. I mean, 25 years of seminars, $110,000 in earnings. That is not a quick win.
Definitely not.
That's the result of consistent cultivation. Networking isn't some transactional thing you do once and you're done. It's continuous, ongoing, cultivating relationships. It is absolutely a marathon, not a sprint. So for someone listening who might be feeling a bit impatient with their networking efforts right now, how does this long-term perspective help?
Oh, it's vital. Vital for keeping motivated and having realistic expectations. So many people, I think, approach networking like it's a vending machine, right? Put in a coin, get out a soda.
Yeah, instant gratification.
Exactly. But real relationships, real impact, it just doesn't work that way. This specific insight from Mel reminds you that today's seemingly small act, that little bit of effort, it can yield profound rewards for decades. So instead of seeing networking as like a chore or just a list of one-off tasks, view it as a strategic, consistent investment in your future. Those seemingly minor interactions, a quick check-in email, a brief virtual coffee, sharing a relevant article with someone, they compound over time. They keep you top of mind, reinforce your reliability, deepen that trust we talked about. These little miracles, as Mel calls them, they'll inspire you, professionally and personally, because they show that consistent, thoughtful effort really does build something extraordinary, often in ways you just could never have predicted at the start. It's all about playing the long game, understanding that patience and persistence, they are absolutely key.
Okay, so what does all this mean for you listening right now? The ripple response, as Mel says, is relentless. It means that your small, consistent efforts in networking, those acts that might seem insignificant, professionalism, thoughtfulness, connection, they truly can lead to your own little miracles, both in your career and, well, personally too. You absolutely have the power to kickstart your own waterfall effect, just like Mel did.
And just to reemphasize that core gold nugget from Mel Kaufman's life's work, the profound, truly long-term impact of a single, simple, professional act. It's just astonishing. Being early for one seminar directly led to $110,000 in earnings and a 25-year seminar career.
Mind-blowing.
It really is. That's not just a ripple. It is unequivocally a waterfall. It just underscores that consistency, that attention to detail, and genuine relationship building. They can open doors you never even imagined, lead to outcomes way beyond what you initially thought possible.
Yeah, this lesson should really inspire immediate action for you. And look, we want to make it as easy as possible for you to integrate these powerful ideas. So please make sure you download the bonus content workbook and the free app. You'll find links to these incredible resources right there in the video description below. They're specifically designed to help you capture your own insights, map out your networking strategy, and really implement these powerful principles from Mel's work. And hey, we genuinely want to hear from you. Please take just a moment, comment below, share your own networking experiences and maybe your wins. What kind of ripple responses have you noticed in your own life or career? We absolutely love hearing your stories and learning from your journeys. Oh, and here's a pro tip for retention, right? And for uncovering even more gold nuggets as time goes on. Re-listen to this deep dive. Maybe listen again tomorrow. Then try it again next week. And maybe even next month. Because each time you listen, especially as you gain more experience and face new networking situations yourself, you'll unlock fresh insights, new applications that maybe you missed the first time around. This material kind of compounds in your mind, just like that ripple effect itself.
And look, if you found real value in this message today, if this truly resonated with you, then this raises an important question. How can you amplify your ripple? Share this information. Share it with your networking circle. Because when you share valuable insights like this with your connections, you're not just helping them grow, you're actively growing your collective influence, strengthening your relationships, building a stronger, more supportive network for absolutely everyone involved. That's the real power of an expanding ripple, isn't it?
Absolutely. And of course, if you want to know immediately when Mel's next gold nugget is dropped, make sure to click like, subscribe, and definitely hit that notification bell. Now go put on your networking hat and grow your business.